So I have just spent the rest of my life savings on Christmas presents.
Ooh.
And no, this isn't just some clickbait title. I've actually gone and done it. So today is December 22nd, 2024. And in just 3 days, Christmas is right around the corner. Now, before I get into the reason of why I have decided to spend the rest of my money on Christmas presents for my friends and family later on in the video, once we have gone through what I have actually bought each and every single person. So the holidays are generally a really good time for me and my family. And in my perspective, I have quite a large family. I grew up in a family of 6, my mom, my dad, I have 3 siblings, and then my grandparents were always around too. Now that's a lot of people to buy presents for. So without further ado, let's go down the list of every single present that I have gone for and who I got them for. Oh, and I guess before I get into that, I should tell you how much money I have left to spend. So 2024 wasn't my best year. I didn't have a job this year, I was living off of savings, and I was trying to get a lot of different businesses and opportunities started. If you guys have been watching the videos, you guys have known that I had just bought a house. A lot of my money that I had left went into that. I had also borrowed a large sum of money to be able to purchase that house, and I'm currently living off of what is essentially borrowed debt. But that's okay, because I believe money comes, money goes. And I've been broke before. It's not a position that is new or strange to me. Okay, so with that, my last and final trading account, I have $2,968.29. And now let's just round it up to $3,000 to make it easy for math purposes. I'm buying a lot of these presents on my credit card, which means if it comes down to it, yes, I'm able to pay it off at a later date, but those interest rates are abysmal. So let's hope we don't have to do that. And now for the very first present, this actually goes to 3 individuals, my mom and my 2 grandparents. That is going to be a flight ticket from the United States back to their home country, Vietnam. Now, I got super lucky with these flights and I actually just booked them earlier today. They were running me at $750 per ticket, which comes out to be $2,250 on plane tickets for my grandparents and my mom. All new Christmas cards. 2 Christmas cards for my mom and my grandparents. I'm going to print out their trip itinerary and put it in there, and that'll be their surprise. Of course, I'll write a couple of nice words in there. This is a little cute. It's from my mother and for the grandparents. Just like that. Boom. 1 present down. And also because I'm such a nice person, I also included my siblings' names on these cards. So it's gonna be a collective gift from all of the children, but paid for by this guy. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a long time. Life is so short, and 2024 has really taught me that, because I lost one of my grandparents this year and I didn't have the opportunity to take him back to Vietnam. So I want the chance to make this right. You only get really one opportunity to live the best life that you can. So what is a little bit of money if it's going to make them very happy? So with that being said, that's going to be the biggest gift. That leaves me with $700 left to spend between the rest of my family. Okay, the next gift that I got is for my dad. This one is arriving tomorrow, and I haven't packed any of my presents. If you pan over this way, you can see behind me are a bunch of boxes, and in those boxes contain all of the Christmas presents for my friends and my family. They are currently unwrapped, and I will get to wrapping them very soon, but I am still waiting on a few last minute gifts to come in. So for the next gift that we have is going to be for my dad. That is going to be a suit jacket. He's been looking for a more versatile, all-purpose, all-occasion type of jacket that can go with a lot of outfits. So I got him a black suit jacket from Express. Now they're normally about $200 for this jacket. I did have a lot of points and discount codes that I was able to find, and I got the jacket down to roughly 80 bucks, which to me is a steal. Next up is a little gift for my sister and her husband. They wanted a deep tissue massager, so I got a massage gun from Costco. It was roughly, I think, $40. And so since that's not the most extravagant gift, I'm gonna go out and do some more last minute shopping and see what else I can find them. I estimate I'll spend between $80 and $100 on them. Let's go with the lower side at $80. So that leaves us with $540 left to spend. Next up is my little brother. He also doesn't have a job. He's also currently living at home with my parents, just in the same boat as I am. He's gonna need a little bit of a cash influx, and I also bought him some pants that I thought would be really nice to hold his money. And so for him, I'm gonna spend about $200 between the cash and the pair of pants that I got him, and that brings our total to $340. And finally, I have one younger sister who just moved out to a bigger city and she has to pay rent. She moved out there to pursue further education, and it being her first month living in a different city, she's gonna also need some cash to hold her down while she finds a job and while she applies back into a master's program. So I thought, why not just give her some cash? I know her rent is being split and I think her portion is about $800. Unfortunately, we don't have $800 left to be able to give her a full month's worth of rent, but whatever helps, right? So I'm gonna bump this last $340 up to $400. So for the final gift, I'm gonna give her half of a month's rent, which is $400, and she can use that for whatever she needs, whether it be groceries or to actually pay half a month's worth of rent. Hopefully that will help her not be so stressed out because she is living in a different city away from home. That does leave us in the hole for $60. Those are all the presents I can really think of. Now, to get to the reason why I'm deciding to go for broke and spend all of this money at the end of the year. So there's actually a couple of reasons that I'm doing this. One of the biggest ones is that in 2024, I lost my grandpa to cancer, and I had to learn the hard way that you can't buy time. No matter how much money you have, no matter what you do, you cannot buy any more time on this planet. When your time comes at any moment, like, that is it. So for me, not being able to have the opportunity to travel with my grandpa or to be able to give him one last opportunity to visit his homeland and where he was born, that actually broke my heart. It's always been a goal of mine to be able to make enough money to be able to travel with my family, with my parents, with my grandparents, with my siblings. Every single year, it has always been pushed back. It's always been, we'll try and go next year. We'll try and go later. And so I don't want to make that mistake again. You can't buy time. Time doesn't come back. Money comes and goes. But the one thing I cannot buy is time for my parents or my grandparents to be able to enjoy this life. There's no time like the present, and I've had to learn that the hard way. That's the biggest reason why I am okay with going for broke, with spending every single dime that I have to be able to give them this opportunity. So like I mentioned earlier, 2024 was not a great year. I didn't really make any money this year. I was living off of all my savings from previous jobs. I lost a grandpa, which taught me that life is short. Things were just not going my way. And now that I have finally spent the rest of my personal savings and I am back to ground zero, I'm officially broke again, it will light a little fire under me to be able to pursue something and crawl out of the trenches and become successful. And so I've been broke before. And the one thing that I have learned is that you cannot get your time back. Money comes and goes. If you're lucky, you can make new friends and hold on to your old ones, but everything that is materialistic doesn't really matter. That's the main reason why I want to spend all of the rest of my money on my family and on my close friends, because honestly, at the end of the day, they deserve it. For everything that they have been through, for everything that they have done for me mentally and just being there for me whenever I needed it, whenever I need to seek advice, whenever I need some comfort, whenever I need somebody to just hang out with, and them keeping me sane is worth so much more than all of these presents I am giving them, that personally, it makes everything worth it. And this isn't the first time that I have started over. I've gone through this phase multiple times. I didn't come from a rich family. My family are full of hard hardworking individuals. They grind day in and day out to be able to make ends meet. And so I have no qualms, I have no problems with starting fresh, starting over. If it can give them a little bit of happiness at the end of the year that has been overall a pretty hard year for my family, then I think it's completely worth the rest of my life savings. Because in the grand scheme of things, I'm still pretty young. I still have so much more time to be able to work and make money and do the things that I want to do, that I thought the best thing I can do right now at this very moment with what I have is to be able to give it back to my family and my friends and give them what they deserve for hanging in there with me and just having my back with no questions asked. I'm not one to really share my feelings, and so I just hope that it will make the end of this year that much better, because if I'm gonna be real, this year the holidays haven't felt like the holidays. Time has just been breezing past and everything has gone so quickly. So yeah, I just wanted to end the year by giving back, and I hope that this is sufficient enough, at least for now, to show that I am thankful and I'm grateful for everything that I have done. And I guess it's my way of showing them that I truly love them and I appreciate them. Time is short, so I don't want to go through another year saying that one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that, which is why I'm acting and I'm going for broke, instead of waiting and constantly saying that one day I'll be able to do something nice for them. I want that day to be today. And I hope to you guys who have reached this point in the video that you'll be able to see life truly is short. Spend your money now, spend it on the ones you love. And I hope every single one of you guys have a wonderful holiday season and that things get better going into the new year. Stay safe and stay beautiful, you beautiful people.
They said that I couldn't do it, so I went and did it. W's on it, you know I've been